sad day for the people of Zimbabwe as the senators as well as the parliamentarians have sold out the people who voted them, and I feel ashamed and sorry for the Citizens Coalition for Change, MPs and senators. These, in my view, are the sellouts of North. And I will repeat, these, in my view, especially who voted for this illegal process. Professor Lovemore Madhuku has reacted. I will attempt to read the reactions of as many politicians as possible. I know that maybe some have not heard the message, but you know, it's bad news. It will spread very, very fast. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, this is what Professor Lovemore Madhuku has written. He says, whether it is 216 versus 42 or 75 versus 4, Parliament has confirmed what we knew and expected all along: useless, anti-people, and always ready to abuse its power. CAB3 has been rejected by the people. It will remain rejected. We have two strategies, that is courts and people power. We will win. That's the declaration of Professor Lovemore Madhuku. Let me try to read people who commented. Which people rejected? 3. Which people rejected? Ken 3. I think it's ZANU PF people. And it will be very, very interesting to actually read the reactions of various people, especially those who are usually opposed to this bill. It will be quite interesting also to hear any message from the Blessed Geza Revolution. So far the page is quiet, and also let me try to look at the page of retired Lieutenant General Winston Sikauke Mapranka, whether he has prepared a statement. You know, I think everybody is still processing this. This is still new, by the way. Professor Lovemore Madhuku saying they have got two strategies. It's quite simple. The first one is courts. It has suffered numerous defeats. And the second one is actually the people. When he says it's the people, it's people going to the streets and protesting against this illegal Constitution Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. So now what's left for Mnangagwa to do is to return the bill to be signed by the Clerk of Parliament. I can attest to you that that maybe has already been done because it is happening within the Parliament precinct. If the Clerk of Parliament was there, the bill has already been signed by the Clerk of Parliament. And maybe by the time we wake up in the morning, Mnangagwa would have already also signed it, because that is what is left at the moment. And the question is, will Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa now make the decision of signing this bill into law? That is the mind-boggling question at the moment. Bad news indeed for the people of Zimbabwe. Will the people stand and fight against this? Will the generals stand and fight against this? We will await to see. Definitely it's a somber mood. Most people, I'm sure, because you see the timing at which this happened, they made sure that they break the news by 8 o'clock news in Zimbabwe for the people of Zimbabwe. So it is still something that is new. Those who are typing, I'm sure they are still typing. So the senators that tried to save the people of Zimbabwe It's Cecil Zudzai from Midlands, Solani Moyo, Matabeleland South, Meliwe Puti, Matabeleland South, and Nonhlanhla Mlotshwa, Matabeleland South. These are the senators that tried to save the people of Zimbabwe from the calamities of Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. I'm sure Mnangagwa would not hesitate to sign this bill as soon as possible. So these are the processes that are left at the moment for Mnangagwa to actually sign this bill. And that's it. Quite interesting. What next then? It appears everyone is still processing this. People, I think, are still processing this. It has happened. I'm sure the bill has been signed at the moment. It's up to Mnangagwa now to make it law in Zimbabwe. Now it's in the hands of Mnangagwa. Do you think he will not use this opportunity to sign it into law? I definitely think he will make this decision. Will it be in the interest of the people of Zimbabwe? It will never be in the interest. I've seen also Hopol Chinono have written something. He says the Zimbabwe Senate has voted in favor of the controversial Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 by 75 votes to 4 with 1 abstention. The opposition CCC, which is 27 senators in the 80-member chamber, voted alongside ZANU-PF. The bill seeks to extend the presidential term from 5 years to 7 years, provide for the future election of a president by parliament rather than through a direct popular vote, and make a number of other far-reaching constitutional changes. The vote means that the bill now awaits the signature of the Zimbabwean president, Emmerson Mnangagwa, before becoming law. Its passage marks one of the most significant constitutional changes in Zimbabwe's recent history and is likely to remain the subject of intense political, legal, and constitutional debate. The bill also seeks to allow Mnangagwa to influence the selection of his successor and potentially block his Deputy General Constantino Chiwenga from succeeding him. If and when Mnangagwa signs it into law and there is no significant resistance from within ZANU-PF, the military or broader society, it will signal a major setback to Chiwenga's presidential ambitions, short of an intervention that changes the political landscape. More importantly, it will represent a further consolidation of ZANU-PF's hold on power and diminish the prospects of Zimbabwe having a president from outside the ruling party in the foreseeable future. The self-evident story is how Mnangagwa has been assisted by influential business interests, including wealthy individuals aligned with ZANU-PF who may have more to lose from a Chiwenga presidency than from the constitution of the current political order. The only developments that could realistically halt this process would be a military intervention and a sustained national uprising. At present, however, all of these possibilities appear distant from political reality. That is what Hopewell Chinono has actually written. So we'll continue to cover this story as it unfolds. Definitely, this is the most painful day in the history of Zimbabwe. We have fought against this bill, but I will not give up, especially personally, in fighting against this bill. And most probably, the regime of Emmerson Mnangagwa is game on. It's really game on. Inkongoni yajama. Khona sisake sibone. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to subscribe. You can find